Town of Mansfield Middle School Roof Building Committee, Friday, the 4th of February, and the time is 9:04. First item of business, approval of the minutes from the January 11th meeting. Motion to approve. Motion to approve.
I'll make it.
Second.
Aye.
Can you hear? Motion to approve the minutes of the, okay, we got two. Any discussion? All those in favor? Raise your hand
Aye.
if you
Aye.
can hear me.
We can hear you, John.
No one's hearing me.
We can hear you.
We can hear you, John.
Motion approved. Okay.
John looks like he's
Oh,
frozen.
you can. Okay. Wasn't getting any kind of response. Thank you. Project update from the clerk of the.
Sure, so I can
Project
jump.
update, Doug.
Yeah, so I can jump in. I'm pinch hitting for Doug Goulet. He's out on medical leave right now. Thank you very much for allowing us to come in and talk about the project. So
Oh, okay.
since the January 11th meeting, there was approximately 2 weeks worth of work that had happened before the weather essentially shut the project down. So as of the last field report that was performed with work on site, the work that had happened, roof Z, the stripping and the removal of the existing roof was at the east slope was completed, where they installed new insulation protection board and the base sheet. Base sheet of the installation is complete on the west half of that roof. They've been installing the cap sheet strips along the roof perimeters and completed the base sheets where possible to allow the metal edge installation to continue. And then they've been heat sealing the seams and installed the cap sheets at roof R as well. As far as the metal work is concerned, which is the work that happened over the first shift, they had 3 men installing the sealant at the counter flashing and the reglets to seal wall cavities. And that was the last work that had happened was on January 19th. And since then, like I said, the project has been shut down due to weather. And I believe Bruce will be giving us an update on the path moving forward. He sent out earlier today.
Okay. Anyone have any questions of Ken? Okay, next item
I
on
have a
the
question.
agenda, approval
I have a
of
question.
the invoice.
John,
from
Tony has a
Colliers, Dated
John?
December.
John?
30.
John, I have a
Go ahead,
question.
Tony.
I'm wondering
Go
what
ahead,
12 inches of snow does to a roof that is
Go ahead.
completed.
So the roof is, go ahead. Someone adding something to that? So the roof is secure. It's essentially weathertight. It hasn't been fully seamed. So right now the weather, as long as we allow the weather to do its thing and melt off the roof, it should be fine. Where we run into problems is when we go up there and try to shovel the snow off the roof and things of that nature. That's when things will get damaged. But right now everything should be okay to continue on with very, very minimal damage at this point, Tony.
What about ice? I mean, they're saying today it's soaking wet and now it's gonna freeze hard. So are there places where water could seep in and cause problems?
I don't believe so at this point, Tony. I think they've got it pretty well in hand, especially with the addition of as long as all the insulation's in place, we're not going to get any additional damming or anything like that as a result of the freeze and thaw. It should be okay, but we'll continue to monitor it to make sure.
Okay, thank you.
If I could ask a question of the contractor, Bruce, you're on the call. Are there things that we should be concerned about, or at
Yeah,
least
can that gym be used?
look out for in this kind of weather?
No, I mean, the cap sheet's on a majority of the roof. The drains are in. We are gonna cut a couple scuppers in this week. I sent an email to everybody, probably got to you a little late. About what we plan on. Originally, the weather looked good all next week, and now it kind of turned lousy Monday, Tuesday, iffy, but we're still gonna be out there Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It looks really nice in the high 40s. So we're gonna hit the job hard to complete the cap sheet, hopefully in those 3 days. And then the sheet metal guy is gonna be there Monday. There will be guys there all next week, unless it's pouring or snowing, but we're gonna go at it pretty good. Looks like we have a decent week to really get some good weather with the temperatures in the high 40s Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So as far as no, the roof's watertight, bulletproof. I mean, we had a little issue, a little leak. We took care of it yesterday for Bill, and but we're out there. We go out there, check it all the time. Obviously, we go out there when it was a foot of snow. We checked it yesterday, everything was fine. And by now, there wasn't much snow on yesterday. I assume with the rain we had, I would pretty much bet that there's no snow up there right now. So we did move some equipment out. We got all the dumpsters out, but one just for general debris. The staging area, we're cleaning out the best we can. And I'm sorry, I can't do your lawn until spring, break it out and seed it. So, but we'll clean it up as we go, and we'll get out of there as fast as we can. So.
Thank you.
Okay,
That raises another question
Tony?
for me. Kelly, has there been any interference with the educational program with this process?
No. The roofers have been great. We've had to do a little bit of cleanup. We knew that was going to happen when they were first tearing the roof off, but they were very accommodating with us, working around the gym, and we've had very little interruption.
Well, now my second part of that question, is there any way you can turn this into a learning experience for middle school kids?
I don't know.
Ideas
are good. I think that will happen when the solar panels go up, because we'll be able to monitor our electricity use. And we've been talking a lot about this with the new building, and we'll be able to do very similar things at the middle school as well.
Great, thank you.
oh, good. Okay, let's get back to the approval of the invoice of December 31st from Colliers for $4,355. Motion to approve.
So moved. I'll second it.
Motion to approve. Anyone? Seconded by Bill. Discussion? No
Yeah,
discussion. All
John,
those in favor, raise your hand.
John, I have a question.
All those in favor, raise your hand, please.
John, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Okay. I will
I
always.
can
ask
hear
Al-
you. You can't hear me though, apparently. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. You can't hear us.
I can hear you.
Oh,
I
okay,
can hear you. Yeah.
great. Then I have a question for Alan. I will want this question asked and answered pretty much with every bill. Have you looked at the bill, and are the services consistent with how you've observed Colliers work during the project?
I have looked at the bills, and it is consistent with what I've seen done. Yes.
I'm fine.
Thank you, Alan.
Okay. All those in favor? All those in favor of paying the bill, raise your hand. Okay, unanimous. Next item, project update from Imperial.
I already did that.
Project update from Imperial, anyone?
Can I ask a question, Bruce?
Yeah.
You did give a very thorough update on the roof, and I appreciate that.
Okay,
I do have a question
okay,
about
then we'll
the
get to
solar
number 6,
portion.
approval. Oh,
Yeah.
question. Who-
Bruce, I don't know if you heard the last question. I was
didn't.
asking the schedule for the solar portion of the project. Could you give us any update on when that will start, when are permits in hand for the electrical for that? Do we have materials? Have the materials come into your sub, et cetera?
I haven't asked the solar contractor, and since the last meeting, if the material has come in. I know he can't start until warmer weather, and we need to complete the roof and get it inspected before he can do anything. So it's probably not going to be till after winter, just because of the fact that we got to finish the roof, all the metal, and then John Manzo got to come out and do do the inspection, and if there's any punch list, take care of the punch list, and then he can go. So I will check for that. I'll check with that right away, and I can email you guys the answer. But I think the solar panel guy said he wasn't really going to start until like after the winter. So.
Okay, so it's at least 1 month away.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Can I ask a couple of questions about that as well? First, do we think that's work that's going to be done during the school day?
Yeah, he won't make any noise. The only thing he has to do, I know he went through the electrical with Bill. Just come in there, but up on the roof, it's pretty much, laid loosely. It won't impact you guys. I mean, they'll probably be quieter than we have been. So I don't think it's going to bother anybody at all.
Okay, thanks. And my other question, and I'm not sure who to ask this of, but I know that there's a process we need to go through with Eversource when we intend to start using PV, especially if we want to sell some energy back to them. Has that process been taken care of?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Yes,
Thank you.
the solar contractor contacts them and gets them hooked up to come out and do whatever they have to do. I'm really not familiar with that process. Yeah, they take care of that. Yeah.
So it hasn't been done yet, but they will be handling
I
it.
think they submitted I think they have paperwork to be submitted, but I don't want to swear on that.
We have Eversource's commitment letter for it, or interconnection letter for doing that.
For the middle school.
Correct.
Okay, great. Sorry, I had lost track of that. Thank you. Looks like John may be stuck again.
Okay, any other questions? Okay, next on the agenda, approval for the application for Imperial 11th. I'm sorry, Kelly. Approval for the payment to Imperial dated January 11th for $269,235. Motion to approve.
I move to approve.
A second.
John, I
Hearing me?
have a question. I would like, before us lay people vote, I would like at least Alan and possibly Kyer's representative to state for us that this bill is reasonable, appropriate, and within the contract. Paul or Colliers or Doug could jump in, but I'd like to hear that with my own ears before we vote on it.
Paul,
That's a
I'll
great,
assert that. That's correct.
yes, and we agree. We've reviewed it in my office as well and think that it's accurate to the work that's been done, and we're recommending it.
And
Thank
same
you.
here.
Thank you, Alan. John, you're muted.
Am I unmuted now?
Yes.
Yes, you are.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, on the first page, the balance completed, one figure. And on the next page, we got another figure of that's entirely different. On the front page, number 9, it says balance completed 524,523. And then on the last item on the back page, you got balance completed for 25,800. Shouldn't they
One of
be the
those
same?
One of those includes retainage.
I'm sorry.
One of those, the number on the cover sheet includes the $90,000+ of retainage. If you take the 425,800 and you add the 98,723, you come out with the 524.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And could somebody explain?
Okay,
retainage
ready
to me, please?
for approval? All those in
Wait.
favor
Wait,
of paying that bill? I'm sorry, Tony.
What is retainage?
Retainage is amount that's
Tony,
retainage is amount that's held back from the contractor for uncompleted work, punch list work, things of that nature to ensure the contract completes the work.
Just wasn't sure of the meaning of the term.
Yep, no problem.
okay, all those in favor to pay this bill? Raise your hand. Starts to have trouble hearing people. Tony, 3. Okay. Next item, update from Silver Petroselli.
Good morning, everyone. I'm not sure we have much of
Ryan?
an update aside from what has been discussed already. I guess one question I had, Alan, for you is, do you have any issue or
That's passed.
any problems with the incomplete roof sections, the ones that don't have cap sheets?
Update
any
from
leaks
Silver
or anything like that?
Petroselli.
Not as of yet, in the sense that we've been working with Imperial on any leaks that pop up. They're very responsive to that. So we've been dealing with those problems as they come up. So
Great. No, that there's no update from us. Everything that's been done looks professional and done well to this point.
So there are two different categories, professional and done well, or?
I hope not. Two ways of saying the same thing.
Okay, just to make clear, thank you.
You're muted, John.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
I feel like the Verizon person. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
The bill is 1,430. Motion to approve.
So moved.
I think Tony seconded it.
Second by Bill.
Moved by Bill, seconded by Tony.
Discussion? Yeah. Any discussion? Hearing no discussion, all those in favor, raise your hand. All those in favor? Okay. Motion approved unanimously. That's the end of the agenda. Motion to adjourn.
So
Motion to
moved.
adjourn.
I'll move.
So
Bill
moved.
seconds.
Second by Bill. Tony?
Yes.
Okay. All those in favor? Yes. Paul? Bill?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye,
The
everybody.
time, what do we got here? 9:26.